Hey, good morning. With new knits. Ooh. Parting the edges, I had some Palo Santo sticks. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody on this wonderful mangled Monday? And it doesn't feel so much mingled as it does feel mixed, right? Feels a bit mixy. There's some ups and downs going on. Some people are having things coming in, and some people are definitely doing an outro, right? So, congratulations to those who are having birthdays and celebrations and all these things coming up. Congratulations to the ones who are scheduling having christenings, right? And giving blessings over their kids and things of that nature. Be careful, do your research. Don't let those Kojic preachers pray over your child. You don't know what you'll be getting. You'll maybe be getting a blessing or a lesson. Hey, babe. This is one freestyle I did. Call me whenever you want. Call, call, call me. I'm only a minute away, baby, baby. Call me. I'm only a phone call away, baby, baby. Yes, yes, yes. The richness of the voice is rounding out. Definitely due to a lot of rest. And shout out to Bigelow Tea and all those varieties that we all love. Maybe it's a little too bright. Shout out. This is my sunshine cup. And today is, don't be weirded out. It is, thank you. It is chamomile, black pepper, and honey. Yes, chamomile, black pepper, and honey. For the singsters, we have to drink hot water. We have to drink hot tea. We have to drink hot things a lot because the cold. And you want to make sure the water is more filtered, especially if you're a singer, because you have to take care of your instrument. Your instrument isn't always outside of you, it is your solar plexus, understand? So you have to take care of your teeth, you have to take care of your tongue, you have to take care of your mouth, you have to take care of your mental, because by way of your mouth, things have to process and come on out. All right. So bear with me now. So, this is going to be maybe a bit of a trigger warning for some because I'm talking about my blessing and a curse to others, right? Empress, definitely. Like, share, and subscribe. Come on, come see me. Come see me now. I'm not on my Cleo stuff. Definitely not. For the beating of my heart, my dear, I love you. And here we go. So it became, you know what? Let's do Psalms 24 first because I've got a lot of shit to talk to you. I do. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I actually wanted to get up a little earlier, but I was so busy listening to the ASMR of the trains, right? I live close to train tracks, so I hear them when they're beep, 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 beep. And a lot of times when you're listening to trains, because they're so old and they were built on a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, right? Our ancestors, plenty of ancestors, all of our ancestors, I mean, from one end of the earth to the other, all of us put our hands to it. I mean, Eastern Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Black, everything in between, all the mixes, everybody, the mulattoes, everybody, Spanish, everybody has put their hands to the train, right? The train tracks. They've all had their hands in the great American history of trains, right? So when I'm hearing the trains, it's ancestor, right? And the way that it was so lively and fresh, like boop, 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 it was like the ancestors that weren't that old. The ancestors that actually did make a way on this earth, but the problem was they were around the wrong people. And if you get around the wrong people around some train tracks, they'll surely push you on it. We've all seen Looney Tunes, how Tom and Jerry, sometimes friends, sometimes morbid enemies. But he's been on a train tracks a couple of times. He's visited the crossroad, and so has Jerry. And Jerry has also saved him a few times. They've also been friends at some very different times. Can we say trauma dumping? Definitely. Tom and Jerry were trauma dumping in front of America for a very, very long time, showing us triangulation, showing us the duality of how friendship can be, how your enemy can sometimes be the one to save you against the world. Okay, because they had it right. Sometimes they were going against the house mom. Sometimes they were going against love. Sometimes they were going against other forces. And sometimes Jerry had a cousin to visit, and they tore what Tom's ass up. You understand? So there's a lot there to unpack, especially with the ancestors. So a lot of us have some ancestors that could not fight the good fight on this side because they had already fought a lot unbeknownst to you, and their reputation went through something. And a lot of us don't know why a lot of us lost people. That we lost people early. It's because some of our loved ones let them go through things while pretending to love them. And us, we had the pleasure of having these people in our lives, and they loved us, and we really did not know the whole entire story. So here it is. When my father passed away, he told me the biggest thing that I remembered was, he said, I died loving a lot of people who did not obviously love me. And I think that was him tapping me on my shoulder, his way of saying, pay attention, pay attention, right? Pay attention, pay attention. Boy, this chamomile is good. Okay, quick commercial. Aldi's has something that I love. These are so good. Coconut almonds, dark chocolate, antioxidants, packed protein, a little bit of protein because it's the almonds and the coconut. But you have to realize that the antioxidants, the good tasting thing, it's an aphrodisiac to you and I. And the fact that it actually is got some nutrients there. It's got lots of nutrients in there, and it's a quick snack. So it can hold you for 20 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, depending on how your metabolism is set up. So that's something, right? Okay, commercial break over. Let's get over to Psalms 24 before I delve into where I'm going. Okay. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend unto the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and ye be lift up, everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates. Even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory, Selah. So be it, and Selah. He is that he is, the truth, the way, and the light. There is no other way to follow. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So we got our word. All right. So about that vanity thing. So, like I said, trigger warning. So, a lot of my blessing and my curse came from the fact that I had the love of my father, right? And even when he left this earth, he still left his love implanted in me so deeply, and his lessons and his blessings implanted in me so deeply that I cannot be faulted, because he also established my hand in the Lord's. He actually took me and put like look, he told me, he said, look, I ain't gonna be here forever. But in case this happens, I got somewhere for you to go, and it's a segue to talk to me. I'm gonna be there for you. And as a little girl, if you have had the pleasure of, as a little girl, if you had the pleasure of knowing that you have that one person, it doesn't always have to be your father. It might be your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, your uncle. It's that one person in your life that showed you genuine and true love. They showed you without a doubt the comparison to the rest of the world, what true love was. So a lot of people didn't know that I knew what true love was. And this is why I wanted to share it. Unfortunately, there are too many people who don't have it. And when they saw me, they said, what is wrong with this thing here? I've never seen this. Well, I had someone that loved me. I had someone that loved me undoubtedly and perfectly. He was not perfect, but he loved me perfectly. And I think that was the bane of everyone else's existence. See, even though I will tell you that I had someone to love you, I'm going to tell you specifically who loved me. And I think that is the bane of a lot of people. And there's a reason why I am the way I am. And it's the reason why they hate the way they hate. See, I had a father. And I mean, my dad, baddest man in the whole damn town. Bad. Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. I mean, my daddy. You see, he might not have been perfect to none of y'all, but he was my daddy. And he took care of me. He showed me. He took me to church. He bought me my first kitten heels. He taught me how to be a lady, away from the lady that was supposed to teach me how to be a lady. So I had a lot of comparison to see. And I think that's what was the bane. I think that's where the salt was in the wound, was because even without the one who was supposed to teach me how to be a lady, I still became a lady nonetheless. And it was weird because I became a lady by way of my dad. My dad protected my femininity to the point where I was protected. And the minute you vultures seen him take his last breath, you decided that that was when you were going to attack, because that man was a man that you did not plan for. And he left his son. I'm my daddy's son. And that's why you ninjas mad, because I'm my daddy's son, okay? Some of you hookers was mad because your daddy would have sold your ass and basically sent some of his friends in to buy some of that shit. And that's why y'all asses was mad at me, because my father had my back. I would talk about my father and then call him, and then he would pull up and do father shit. And a lot of y'all was mad about that. That's why y'all was mad. I'm talking about the people who knew, the ones who tried to attack me. Y'all trying to figure out why you don't like me. You thinking about my confidence. You thinking about all this stuff that I put on. No, it's the stuff that's in me. It's in me. The love of my Father. From the Son, the Holy Spirit, and then the dad that actually raised me, that took me about, that let me ride shotgun in the Monte Carlo. You see, there's a reason why I have the swag that I have, is because of my dad, okay? It's a reason why I would not relinquish my last name, okay? Why would I take your plain last name when I have this one? You feel me? And I think the reason why you guys hate so much is because you had a dad in your face and he still ain't do shit for you. My dad done died years ago and he still ain't stop, okay? See, y'all said, okay, well, we don't want her to have her dad's money. Y'all conspired against me to let that woman steal my dad's money so that she could take care of y'all and take care of her husband, family, or whatever. But the thing about it is, I still had my dad's love. My dad raised me. My dad actually honed skills in me. I was in theater for 4 years. He put me in the choir. He put me in every dance contest he could when he was working at the Tate Welding Company, and he really invested in me. And I think a lot of the reason why a lot of people can't stand the thing that I am is because they never experienced what I got going on. I have the love of my father still living in me, even though he has passed so many years ago. Some of you guys are upset because my father used to bankroll a lot of y'all bullshit, and he did not leave y'all anything. So y'all had to conspire to steal it. Y'all felt as though y'all was going to get y'all lick back on my father through me. And I am my daddy's son, whether he got a boy or not. I'm the one swinging that thing like that. And that's why you're mad, okay? This is why you've been attacking me. I have to explain it to you because you don't know. Some of you have never had a father. And if you did have a father, he wasn't shit to you. He sat right in your face and let you go through whatever you had to go through. Some of your fathers used you to get what he had and didn't share it with you. Some of your fathers are still stealing from you to this day. I didn't go through that. Yes, my father might have fussed at me a little bit, but guess what? What does a father supposed to do if he's not there to correct you and chasten you? Some of you have not been corrected by your fathers because your fathers have never been corrected and don't know shit about being a father besides pulling out his daggone member, yelling or flexing his muscles. That's the extent of his manhood. And a lot of men got mad with me because they felt as though they were going to come in and be a daddy to me that they have never had. I'm sorry, sir. I don't need a dad. My father did his job before he left. So really, all I need you to do is be a man. And once I see that you cannot show me that, I am not about to instruct you. I'm about to be gone. And I think a lot of the insult that came from a lot of my exes came from them knowing that I knew I had intricate knowledge of the fact that they were not men. They were males. My father showed me what a man was. He showed me that a man can go sit by himself and not be screwing everything. Okay. He showed me that a man can live a spiritual life without being in everybody's church pew and everybody's picnic and luncheon. He had a specific set of friends and he did things with them and then he did not. And I think a lot of the jealousy came in when a lot of y'all realized that I had the love in me from somebody you couldn't even see. Y'all have people that come see y'all every day, claim they love y'all and don't help y'all, don't give y'all good advice. My father left me here and told me to do what I had to do. I had to take up his work and I had to take up doing good deeds and not putting my hands in BS. And I think the reason why you don't like me is because I'm still holding the torch. I have to hold the torch because y'all would have me drop it only because y'all don't know the love that I've already experienced. You lay there, you put your body in situations that you'll never experience that type of love, the type of love that does not have to touch you. See, my father had a certain kind of respect for me. He wouldn't even look at me in a certain way. He wouldn't even talk to me in a heavy way. My father wouldn't even really raise his voice. That man might have wanted to raise his hand at me one time and he cried the rest of the day because he was upset. My father could give me a look that would set my whole world straight because he was a man. He didn't have to put physical hands on me. He never tried to do anything bad to me at all. Nobody told him that all those years ago that young hoe was going to put that damn witchcraft on him because she had 2 other kids to take care of. Nobody told him that he was going to run into a woman half his age and she was going to lock him in so that she could take care of her things. But nobody told him she wasn't going to be a good woman because he wasn't there for that. Tell the truth. You messed around with a married man, and because you didn't want to look bad in everybody else's eyes and you wanted to one up your sister, you decided to to sell your soul to get a relationship with a person that you didn't even like. You only wanted to use them. And this is what's coming forward with this generation today. There are a lot of girls that's running around and they're having kids by way of survival, and it's not even about love. And it's the same thing for the men. They're having kids out of survival, and it's not even about love. You guys don't know, and you're passing down half truths. You're passing down bad environments. You're passing down fake relationships. A lot of our mothers and fathers were not together because of some type of love. They were together because of some type of game being ran, some type of scam being done. Somebody's parent didn't do their job. So guess what? I'm going to go jump into bed and become a parent and try to figure it out myself. And now, by way, my kids have to heal from me because I did not know what I was doing because my parents would not teach me or did not know what they were doing. So we could stop passing down the generational curses. We could stop that. I told you it was going to be a trigger warning because a lot of people don't understand myself. And this is my personal journey. The love of my father has carried me so far that even when y'all poisoned me, even when y'all set me up, tried to get me medically examined wrong, tried to say something about my children and my parentage. Y'all did all of that, and all of it was lies because my daddy made sure that I was straight. Even if y'all stole the money, which I'm coming for, the issue was you couldn't steal my pride. You couldn't steal the lessons. You couldn't steal the talent. You couldn't steal what he invested in. You couldn't steal my genealogy, not my last name, of course, not my swag, not that. I wake up like that with nothing. I was still waking up as me. So you cannot steal my identity. You can have sex with my ex-husband, my last ex, my last 3 exes, and you still would not get my essence because you are but an imposter. You are but a shell of a person who was trying to fit into my skin, but I am in it. I wish you were intelligent, but here we are. But here we are. So a lot of this war has been about nothing but the fact that you all trying to get your lick back for a thing that you shouldn't even be trying to get a lick of. You should be trying to understand why your dad was not there. You should be trying to understand why your mother did not understand you or did not explain to you what the real deal was. Why was she over there messing with that man? Or why that man was over there messing with her? Because let's just keep it a buck. Some people be trapping out here. They never wanted love. They always wanted survival. They always wanted status. They wanted to be seen with that person. They wanted the money. They wanted the family. And it really became evident. I'll keep really evident. And this is what a lot of people didn't understand. And this is why the campaign got bad, because when I mentioned Haywood Avenue, that's where that last stand was. I remember that was a lot of people's chances to get another father. I didn't need a father. I had a father the whole time. And it was no wonder that Daryl was a real man, but Daryl see that he could not be a father of that house because the woman of that house was indeed the distorted man. So Daryl wasn't going to sign over any of his riches. It did not matter if you were insecure about his high yellow sister, because it seems like you always try to befriend somebody of a different shade of skin and then try to bring them down. It's like you just don't really like yourself at all, and you go about and you gather people who you deem to be better than you and then fight with them. You want to hang with people so that you can be in competition with them. And I realized that's why you didn't like me, because I could be friends with people and not be in competition with them. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of men and women, that they can't be in the room with another human being without trying to figure out how to one up or be in competition or be seen somewhat more than another person. What makes you so insecure? What makes you so fragile? Only fragility would make people gang up together to try to attack one person. We have a very, very fragile generation, my dear. And I am from the 80s, so I'm a bit resilient. You know, and being as though I've always had crowds, I've always been in front of congregations, and I've been on a stage for a long time. It really doesn't sway me a lot, just like Beyonce and all them. They're able to deal with thousands of people hating them while thousands and thousands of people love them at the same time. So, my dear, pardon me if I don't need to sell out an amphitheater to feel myself. Don't worry, don't worry. If you're slow, you'll catch up. If you're not, it's all right. It's all right. Go somewhere where your speed is. You see, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. See, when you get on your platform, you have people that want to come in because they want to be important, if not even for a few seconds, really. But I'm live and I'm talking. Are you not entertained? So, the note that I already had that I actually missed the other day, and I was like, it was so small on the side of my book that I never really saw. I never really said it right. So it was the Nutcracker. And if you ever heard about the Nutcracker story, excuse me, I guess I was just being a ball buster just now, all because I was just bragging about the fact that I actually had a good dad. So I don't need any man to come in and try to steer me in any way. Thank you. And being as though I know a father, I'm very, very familiar with what a quarrelsome woman looks like. And my father did not raise a quarrelsome woman, even though I can raise the damn thunder if I need to. However, because he has raised me to be so resilient, I really don't feel a need to get into all of that. I will dismiss you very, very fast, because why break a sweat? Really? Do you not see this hat? This is derby gear. I have gloves. Oh, I'm making my daddy proud right now. 66. Route 66. Oh boy, the devil's speeding. Anyway, the Nutcracker. Anybody heard about the Nutcracker? The Nutcracker was about a toy soldier who had gotten damaged, all right? And by way of rehab, he actually got put in a toy maker's place, and he was being repaired. However, the fantasy was that he ended up in this secret room. Looked like a bit of a kaleidoscopish sort of situation, where he ended up encountering a very beautiful but imprisoned being. She was like a ballerina, and they had sort of a secret fairy tale love. And see, even though the Nutcracker was born to crack nuts, he was born to do the hard work, he was born as a tool. Why does this resonate with a lot of you all? He was born as a tool. However, by way of beauty and discovering the delicacy of beauty, he actually realized how much more he could be. He was not only a soldier and a nutcracker, he was also someone that can embrace beauty and the gentleness of life. And the Nutcracker was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story if you watched it in the way that I had watched it, because some people don't watch things the way that everybody else processes them. So the Nutcracker was basically, and it had the sugar plum fairies in it. I don't know why I have to bring that up, but it's important. Maybe somebody's thinking about the sugar plum fairies, because that is a pivotal part of the Nutcrackers. This is when they bring all of the other beautiful ballerinas, and they're and they're doing their synchronized dance, and they're doing it in a group. And this, by way, is supposed to distract the Nutcracker from the main lady, which is the beautiful one. So even though he's able to experience all sorts of beauty in this realm, in this enchanted realm, the one thing remains consistent is the one ballerina who does have the sway of his heart. And a lot of times they say, oh, Disney princesses or this and this, but what you didn't know was Disney princesses were resilient and they were kick ass. They pretty much did what they had to do, and they had dads. Even if you don't have a dad physically, who was the anchor in your life? Who anchored you? Who loved you? Don't ever forget that. Even when you're going through bad things in your life, there was that one person who anchored you. It was that one person who you could call, whose house, whose couch, whose plate, whose pillow, whose something that you could call who would anchor you. And I think this is more so to the message that once we get into a situation, it might seem that a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork, and it seems like they've always waited for you to get into a position to where that they could attack you. And yes, some people, they were waiting because all your life, every time they saw you, even though you were just living life, they felt attacked by you in some kind of way. One, because you were living your life the way you wanted to, or you wasn't living the way they wanted you to. It's always somebody who takes offense to your presence. And by way of you, they felt as though, hey, the minute I see them down, that's when I'm going to attack. And that's when I'm going to attack. And that's when I'm going to attack. But really, that just, that's just a testimony to who you really are. Really? You had to wait? Really? You had to strategize? Really? You had to do it in a group? 87 in the chat. Really? You had to get all them people to come along with you because you couldn't do it by yourself. And then really, you had to do it behind my back because you couldn't do it to my face because you still wanted to benefit. You see what I'm saying? So some people just run around. How does a hoe pay your bills? How does a hoe pay the mortgage? Not the rent. And don't sell no ass. And don't be on OnlyFans and ain't busting it wide open on nobody's camera. How does she do this? With brain power. It's called I'm Not Dumb. Scotty, beam me up. I wrote a whole book, okay? Shout out to Inside Gossip by Alexis Cisco, written by yours truly. Go over to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and go on to, I think they have it on Walmart.com. I wrote a book, Inside Gossip. Definitely get it, right? And I have a few other things going on, not to mention I'm now a certified life coach, and that costs some stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and you can't use EBT to pay for college courses. So, a lot of times when people start attacking you, you have to start taking, recon of what you got going on, because I was like, Lord, and I kept praying like, God, why are they attacking me so much? All these people that I did all these things from, like, Some of y'all wouldn't even know how to get around, get y'all stuff together in life had I not been there in the time that you thought I wasn't all that. Had I not been there to give you the rides or two. And I remember when I was, I was a bit of a karmic. I used to, have few things going on the block, and even then you tried to rob me, and I put you on. And you still couldn't do that right. You wanted to work for that dude who actually left you and went and made a few babies with someone else. It's like a karmic's dream. All the things that y'all kept running around doing, and I kept asking y'all, I said, why you keep doing that? Why you keep going over there? You know that person don't love you, that person don't like you. But y'all kept going over there and y'all kept doing that despite the fact that I showed you and I told you that y'all was in the wrong place. But nonetheless, I still became the enemy. Want to know why? Because I survived. Y'all couldn't just admit that I was right. Y'all couldn't admit that was some bull stuff that y'all was dealing in. Y'all could not admit, even when I was feeding y'all mothers and cussing out y'all brothers and that one girl who baby father I beat up because apparently 3 baby fathers in, you still can't pick a good dude. But I'm slow. I got 1 baby father, 1 husband. You 3 baby fathers, 1 husband, 1 dead one, and all them in. And I'm the hoe. I think you need to talk to your mama because your mama ain't teach you a lot of shit. She didn't. And she ain't teach you a lot of shit because she know a lot of shit. But shit. She told you that just be mad at me because your cousin thinks she all that. She didn't tell you that you was a hoe. But I digress. And thank God to my daddy. Like some of y'all fathers sat right there, watched y'all cry, sat and didn't watched y'all had to go sell some Gucci and sent some of his friends to buy some of it. Some of y'all fathers was shit in y'all face, and y'all turned around and got mad at me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all ain't never met the dude. And y'all running around trying to make these dudes y'all daddy, and these dudes ain't never had no daddy. So how is that working? Really? I'm gonna start teaching some classes. I really do. I think I need to make a daddy's girl class. And it ain't even about being a daddy's girl, it's about actually having the love from the most high and taking the love that you got somewhere on this earth, some kind of anchoring and maximizing that so that you could go set your little hot self down. And I'm talking to men and women because y'all is lustful as hell. Y'all got the nerve to want to tell people what they is and what they ain't, and you don't even know what you are half the damn time. Hooting and hollering at the damn kids, wanting to sell this, that. Y'all done sold your soul. Y'all so corporate and so smart that y'all still in the same damn spot in what? Forever. The only thing you practice is to get across the street. And once you get across the street, you don't take care of it. I was mad the other day because I was on the park, like I mentioned the other day. I was on the park and I seen some older kids playing on the park. And these is the same kids that would go home to their parents and gaslight their parents. You don't do this for me. You don't do that. Why would the hell they do extra for you? You can't even go on the free park and respect the park for free. You want me to go pay a $1,800 mortgage so you could put holes in my shit and invite all the young niggas over to eat all my food while I'm at work and make videos and tell the world that I didn't do a damn thing for you, but you ain't homeless? And I come to your plays and I come to your sports stuff and I feed you not out the microwave. I actually cut up some vegetables. And you get around your little friends, and because your friends come from struggle, you think you're going to join the struggle with them? Freeload, yeah. Sharing all your Wi-Fi passports. You don't know why you walking out around your house and you trying to figure out why the little niggas just sitting there playing on their phone. And that little chump done shared your damn Wi-Fi password. You trying to figure out why your bill outrageous and all of these people sitting around your house ain't knocking on your door because they done shared your damn Wi-Fi password and don't pay a damn bill. Yeah. This little cutthroat generation here, and then got a nerve to want to get, I hate my mom. I hate my dad. You don't know hate. You don't know hate until your ass get Stockholm syndrome because your damn parent crazy as hell because they ain't never getting no love in their life. And they trying to put that shit on you and you still love them because at the end of the day, thou shalt respect thy mother and thy father. You ain't got to like them, but you need to respect them. And you little entitled bastards got a nerve to say you hate with all the damn puff in your chest. You don't know hate. You don't know parental abuse. And guess what? Some of us been abused to the hilt by our parents, and we still wouldn't do half the shit y'all do. We wouldn't say half the shit y'all say. Most of the stuff that I say nowadays, shoot, it took a lot for it to come out my mouth, and I was done dirty. A lot of y'all don't know. Y'all too soft and y'all too damn fragile. Y'all had nothing to build upon but lies and goddamn sugar and goddamn gigabytes. That's what your ass is entitled to. Lies, sugar, and gigabytes. Because the truth ain't in your little ass. I'm telling you. And now I got the rattle. That was also something that was included in the Nutcracker. We would see close-ups of the maraca, which actually transfers to a rattle, right? And rattle, when you hear rattle, sometimes you hear death rattle if you've ever been in the healthcare thing and you ever done hospice. I remember when my father's chest started to rattle. Everybody who wouldn't visit went the whole time when he was going through diagnosis and things and that, because I was like, what? When my father started declining, and when I had the fireman busting his door because I had nobody to help me, even though I was married, I had nobody to help me. I was what? 49, 50 weeks pregnant, taking care of my father by myself, although I had a brother, an older brother on his side that disappeared because he really didn't want to be bothered. He had his own qualms with dad, have no, don't got nothing to do with that. Either way, I was 49 weeks pregnant, dealing with the stress of taking my father back and forth to the hospital, getting him meals, this and this and that, and coordinating his care. Everybody around me was like, yeah, we're going to get all of that from her. Want to know why? Because there was one leader, a ringleader, who did not like the whole situation from the very beginning because they did not have a father. Imagine coming from a whole nother country with parents that barely, knew how to love you. You get over here to another country and you see other people getting love, having families, and you double down on all the hate you already traveled with and you get more hate. And then you find some friends who see that you hateful and they see that you naive and they take you through there. So now you got 2 kids back to back. You're still a teenager and you've got parents who want to preach to you. So they taking you through there. So now you got to find something. Now your friends done told you, hey, if you doot with that old man over there and get him to doot with you, you can take care of you, that, and this, that, and the third, and build your legacy. Not even knowing that this one chick is going to resent every move she had to make to get to where she at today. And then she has the child that was supposed to save everything. The child saved everything, but don't like the child because guess what? I could not break your daddy. So now I got to get a whole legion of demons because you're too strong. You and your imagine just you and your daddy just sharing love, and it's so strong that it takes a whole town down. What you doing, Alec? Ain't no snacks in there. I got the gummy worms downstairs, and I know he don't like chocolate. He don't like chocolate at all. The gummy worms downstairs. Good morning. Why you put your foot on me? The first thing he want to do is get on my lap. First thing in the morning. We did his hair. What's up? Talk to you later. Love it. So, yeah, so you got to be mindful of the love that you get. If you get some love and you have an anchor and you have by way of something to get back to that anchors you down and realize that it's not on you what people are attacking, it's something that is in you. It's some kind of confidence, it's some type of resilience that came from even if you just gave the love to yourself. But most of us had one person, even if it was a friend, even if it was a stranger, most of us had one person that really put that foundational love in, and people just be mad because they can't shake it out of you. They just don't understand that no matter what, they've been an example of the wrong thing, even though they thought that they were showing you the right thing. You just never, cared to tell them you did as wrong. A lot of my life consisted of me being very tactful because I saw the shortcomings. I saw the things, and I would be protecting y'all, hoping y'all wouldn't be too upset with the fact that y'all was fucking up in my face. But it didn't mean anything because once I got old enough and y'all decided that my dad was no longer going to protect me because he, left this physical realm. You didn't realize that that man was a praying warrior and he left a prayer with me. And he's as good today as he was yesterday. He's just as good now as he was back then. Oh boy, I know that terrifies you so bad because a lot of y'all laughed in his face, called him dad, called him cousin, called him Mike. A lot of y'all tried to be like him the same way you tried to be like me. Y'all waited till this man left the earth and tried to take on his personality. Y'all tried to be the one to show up. None of y'all can do that James Brown dance my father did before he left. None of y'all can do the intro, outro. He tried to show that little thing of mine, that little son of mine or something, but he decided he was going to take after his father's side, and that's okay. Carpe diem to the night. You know what I'm saying? I don't get, look, I'm my daddy's son, okay? Which means not only did he make sure I was so feminine, he made sure that I was so feminine that I was a dude. He made sure that I can sit on my throne and not be bothered. He showed me how to do things. He showed me how to transmute. He showed me how to navigate the haters. He always told me about my last name. He always told me about my genealogy. He always made sure he told me how he felt about things, even when they were petty and imperfect. He told me the whole story. He didn't tell me the parts that made him look good. My father didn't paint himself as a victim. So when you have a parent that's always painting themselves as a victim, yet they never leave, you got to say something to that. How are you a victim and you never leave? You never tried to leave. There's no record of you trying to leave. I remember when I first started, when I first put in for my divorce, and I ain't know that the person that I gave that I wanted to serve the papers was actually going to take a bribe and not serve the papers, because I ended up being married for 5 more years. And by way, the person that I had served the papers was the same person that gave me that bottle of alcohol when I had that accident in my Lexus. So you mean to tell me that the same person who was always riding passenger seat in my car was only riding with me to see my downfall? Hi, your father still ain't leave you no house. He ain't leave you shit. But you and your family, you and your kids and all that was talking stuff on the internet years ago. You see how karma work? See, you might not be down all the way in the dump. You might can smile a little bit, but you didn't get what you thought you was gonna get. Did you? Because you was being petty and you was being nasty and you was being trifling. And by way of touching that man, you also cursed yourself. By way of touching my blessing, you also cursed yourself. Because karma has a way of coming back. When you do nasty stuff to people who did things for you, because I remember I was paying you hand over fist money to take care of him. And the money was also by way to get you out of some things that you were not supposed to be in. But you took some money to put me in a bad situation. And then you let your kids run around on God's green earth talking all that stuff, but I helped them survive and live past some stuff. Even when your daughter was getting her car shot up by her so-called ex-lover when her in her so-called relationship, I was there for y'all. Y'all was putting all my life in danger. Y'all want to be fighting all on Facebook, going viral for the ratchets and shit like that. But all y'all forget when I was pulling up and pulling out. I was not jumping in and out of y'all cars. Y'all was jumping in and out of my cars. And they weren't no little hoopties neither. Y'all was hopping out some stuff that your mom and your daddy never ever had. Fourth, third, and fifth generation. But we won't go there. Y'all thought that it was going to be y'all was going to run a Boston when my daddy died. Y'all, look. Y'all thought y'all was going to run a Boston on me when my daddy died. I'd never been epileptic. And I go from having a stroke to start having seizures. And every time I wake up, it's you and that ninja. You mean to tell me I'm not supposed to figure out that y'all was poisoning me? Y'all was putting things in my drinks and in my food. Y'all was purposely setting stuff up. Y'all purposely had people calling me, asking me about paying their bills. Y'all purposely had people ask me, could they stay with me? Y'all purposely had people asking me for money. Purposely. Like, your brother called me, can I get cigarettes? I don't smoke cigarettes. Why should I be helping you kill yourself? Go kill yourself by yourself. The one every other week. How you a bus driver and you borrowing $100 every week? Can you not schedule to sell your ass like you scheduling to get in my damn pockets? The ex-husband just running around embarrassing everybody, including himself. I tried to get rid of you in 2018. You kept trying to hold on because if you didn't have me, you knew nobody else would want you. So you kept lying. And to this day, I still think you keep lying and telling people that I like you. I stopped liking you a very, very long time ago. I got along to get along because we had that little baby. But once I realized you didn't even like the baby and the baby was the way that you was getting more coochie, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. And then I realized, and what I realized was why I never met my oldest girlfriend, because she would have never took care of that nigga the way she took care of him had she ever come across me in real life. She would have seen that he played up on that top bad. Like, and then he would actually, because I kept wondering, like, why would he always come get my oldest? And he would keep him for months, almost to a year at a time. And then I realized that's why. I was living life, I'm not going to beef with the father about keeping his child, especially if he's not paying no child support. But then when I realized that was the child support, him having him with him meant that the girl thought that I was a deadbeat. So she was taking care of everything because to her, I was a deadbeat. I'm so sorry, sis. They ran that Boston on you. But thank you. You did a good job, spoiling my child. But the thing about it is you created two really big narcissists by spoiling him and his father at the same time while never investigating the fact that you were being played upon. And that mother that don't like you, girl, she don't like me either. She don't like nobody who walk faster than her, and that's just about everybody. This is so funny to me. This is so funny to me because when you got all these people trying to benefit off of your presence and they don't want to respect you, why did you want to be around me? Like, we gotta see this. Like, why did you want to be around me if you were going to be around me just to not respect me? That just means that you was just a bum. And I might have just been the pimp of your life. And the reason why you just gotta make bad narratives about me is because I was happy for you to go, because there was no need to retain you, because you were not of the retention type. And I guess I'm just like your dad. How I fuck your life up when I wasn't in it. I guess my mouth. You know. Yeah. So, this was a bit of truth, a bit of slapstick, for us all, because I got wondering why it was so unanimous. And it was because you got a bitter hoe, old hoe that used to be a young hoe, get into your head. And she gamed the hell out of y'all. That's okay. Some people gonna go to jail. Some people gonna go to hell. Some people gonna live in a mental prison for the rest of their life because why you came for us? We didn't come for y'all. All we did was wear the S on our chest. And here y'all go. Oh, man. I be writing stuff. Plane tickets and stuff like that. I be writing stuff. Hold up. I think somebody tried to steal this too out my notebook. But I got it. This is the one. You see this? This the newest book. When y'all read this gonna be bad. I'm trying to tell you. I already did the cover work. But I'm taking my time because it feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you writing and you really like into it, you got to take your time because that perfect piece got to hit. Because it already got a winning line in there. It got a winning line in there, but it's going to change lives. All right. So let's get to the rhymes, okay? I already told you about the rattle. Child's Play toys. Chucky wanna play. So somebody's extra resilient and somebody's almost haunting, okay? So I don't know if there's a stalker. There is a stalker. There is obsession there. The weirdest part is people who you wouldn't even think would be capable of stalking and obsession doing it. It's people who too big, too old, too grown, and should know better doing a lot of this stuff. And it's crazy because the aging narcissist is sometimes worse than the young narcissist. The young narcissist still has to worry about survival. The aging narcissist has already lived their life, so they don't really have a lot. So they go hard. They go real hard, especially when they've lived a life that basically made them no one's favorite. So they just go in. And the biggest losers of that narcissist are the kids that stay. Because they have Stockholm syndrome and they have now become the punching bag, especially if the scapegoat child, just ups and leaves. that anger doesn't go anywhere. It just redirects. It just finds someone else to attack and latch on to. And it finds somebody else to tell what to do. It finds another flunky. I decided I didn't want to be that flunky. I decided I didn't want my identity stolen. I decided I didn't want anybody watching me and studying me to act like me and hate me at the same time. Like, how is it that you detest me? You hate my freaking guts, but you watch me every day because you want to act like me. You want my mannerisms. You want to talk like me. You want to think like me, but you hate my stinking guts. Isn't that a proof of self-hatred? I'm just saying. Because I love both my kids, no matter what. And I'm very logical. I don't forgive if you don't need to be forgiven. And I mean, from the bottom of my heart, it does not matter what your title is. If you did something to me and I can't receive it, I don't receive you anymore. I don't care who you are. Please be noted to that. I don't care what your title is, especially if you took a title and you did not play the part. If it did not matter to you, why should it matter to me? And this is what people also are surprised about. By I'm a very sweet, kind person, and I like that about myself. I like having to be able to smile. I like the color pink. I like when I see my favorite meal, it makes me smile. I like the fact that I made strawberry French toast this weekend just on the fly. I get happy about stuff that nobody else gets happy about. But see, people get mad when reality hits and I can tell them I don't like them. People are upset when that niceness doesn't transfer to me being a sucker. People get very upset when I can go from being a very reasonable person to you can get the fuck out my face, because people want to take over and they think that they have some weird thing of me, my happiness making it a weak thing. No, no, dear, no. My happiness does not make me weak. It makes me very, very resilient. And it also makes me want to hold on to my happiness. So if I see a person coming to attack and snatch my happiness, I will make plans to protect my happiness because it is mine, you see, and I don't get it from anyone else. So when you're trying to attack a person's happiness and they don't get it from anywhere else, and they see you attacking their finances, their property, their belongings, their children, their character, especially their character, they're going to protect that. I don't know if you know that, because if someone does this to you, I hope you refer back to the moment that you felt as though I was going to be a victim to you. When the tables turn, I hope that you remember that the world is round and the shit was coming back to you. And I wasn't going to put any effort into it because I am happy. Like, happy hoes ain't hating, and hating hoes ain't happy. Not saying that I'm a hoe, but you know how it go. You understand? So a lot of people, oh, shut up. Whatever. Just because you need eyeglasses doesn't mean that everybody else does. Anyway, like I was saying, you gotta, just be very, very prepared for people who see you in a good place and they just have to attack it for no reason, none other than they just don't want you to have it. Those are freakishly weird people, and they're happiness haters. And a lot of them hide behind a Bible, or they hide behind some scripture, or they hide behind some stupid rule that they've made up in their head. And you don't have to adhere to it, especially when you woke up intact. I woke up intact. I actually woke up on pie again this morning. What is going on with the 314, 3114? So I'm waking up whole every day. And it's like, I felt so good to my lip. My lip was definitely drying. It was drying. It was definitely drying. But yes, back to what I was saying. You can't quit. You can't quickly move your. You can quickly move your body. Oh, okay. You can quickly move your body, but not so easy your spirit. I've been doing some cord cutting. Tell me, world, did you feel it? If I asked you a question, will you tell me no lies? Will you admit it? Will you look in my eyes? A lot of you cannot do that. A lot of you will not answer the question. Nope, nope, nope. But a lot of you have been cut from. So there's a feeling of absence in someone's bed and someone's head, okay? Someone has broken up, someone has left your life, someone has decided not to deal with you anymore, someone has kicked you out of their energy because they have woke up and found out that you have been lacking or they have been lacking and something needs to be changed. Someone has decided to separate. Okay. And this is what this saying. You can quickly move your body, but not so easily your spirit. And this says to a cut cording. Some people are no longer physically there, but however, their energy is still in your energy. And this is why you're still feeling feelings. And this is why you're still seeing their name everywhere. And this is why you're still thinking of them because they're thinking of you. They're thinking of either coming to bother your peace or try to get back into your graces. In a lot of cases, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to tell you it's really not safe to take people back that have already decided that they were going to leave you for dead or leave your life. The person who has already decided that they were better off without you, that the grass was greener on the other side, you need to let them go on and discover. You need to let them go on and have their peace. And you need to close the door, and you need to close that door permanently, because if you allow a person to make you in a revolving door, you know what happens to revolving doors over time. They end up needing WD-40. And once they start ending up needing WD-40, they start needing other maintenance things. They start needing things like recalibration and start needing things like new cogs, new wheels, new screws and things. So be sure if that's the type of wear and tear that you want happening in your life, or would you like to be a fortress? Would you like to have a weighted gate that does not that is has a warranty on it, that is not going in and out of? Because it was a reason why our kids told us, that our parents at some point told us, don't be going in and out of the door. It wasn't just about letting the air out. It wasn't just about letting the heat out. It wasn't just about hearing the door shut all the time. It was about bringing in back and forth, bringing in the dirt. You're bringing in the dirt from outside. You're going outside. I mopped my floor. You just walked in from outside. You're bringing the dirt from outside. This is a reason why you cannot keep. Actually, I only have one in, and it's purple today. Both. So yeah, and I've got some fresh ones. It's just that I'm just figuring out my new color palette because it's about to be warm. So yeah. So yeah, the in and out. So you don't want a person to make you a revolving door, because they're more than likely going to start soiling your space. And they're going to soil your space with things from outside. And when you don't know what a person is doing outside and they keep coming back in, 9 times out of 10, they're not coming in with the same dirt. Now they're contaminating you with other people's dirt. They're cross contaminating you, and then they're bringing in different variations of dirt. So you have no idea what you're really dealing with about the second, third time they back and forth you. So I don't advise anyone to take anyone back. During retrograde, I told you that a lot of your old things were going to be coming back. People were going to be seeing you living your life, and they're going to be like, hey, they're happy. Let's go bother her. Or, hey, he looks like he's got a good girl. I remember he had some good deed. He's giving that good deed to her. I'm bored. Let's go mess up his relationship. Yeah, we've got these type of people out here, and they remember when they were with you, and maybe you weren't vibing so high. Maybe you did forgive a few, or maybe you did, let somebody spin the block. But the thing about it is, they didn't spin the block to make things better. They spin the block to see what else you had to give. They spent the block to see if you learned a new trick in the bed. They spent the block to see if you had more money to give or something else to steal. They spent the block to see if you were still stupid. And I'm just going to advise you to shut it down. Okay, shut it down. Shut it down. Whoa, shut it down. Shut it down. I don't know whose song this is, but it just came out of the blue. Shut them down. Hey, shut them down. Shut them down. I got some movie recommendations. Holes, Planet 51, Box Trolls, Ronin. That was one of the best car chases. It was the KGBT. It was like the Russian spies, double agents, and things of that nature. Yeah, shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, yay for the gut health. And yes, we're gonna wrap this up soon. Yeah. So make sure you're paying attention to your entrances and your exits. And that has a lot to do with your body, not just your physical home. But remember, almost everything you do has a portal. You have a portal to your bank account. You have a portal to your home. You have a portal to your body. You have a portal to your mouth. Your mouth is a portal. By way of having relationships, they are a portal because once you get into a relationship with somebody, there comes the families, there comes the friends, there comes the practices, there comes the hobbies, there comes the work, there comes the co-workers, all of that. So that opens up a portal. Anything that opens up possibilities of your life to add and subtract is a portal, especially like an airport and things of that nature. So, and the chariots of your life, that's your minds, that's your thoughts. Sometimes it's a book. Sometimes it's the thing that propels you toward higher education. Sometimes it's the thing that propels you to love. Sometimes it's the thing that propels you to isolation. That's your chariot. The things that propel you to move. Sometimes you're moving spiritually, mentally, and sometimes you're moving financially, and sometimes you're moving physically. You're actually getting in a plane, a car, a train, something like that. But a lot of the vehicles are not actual vehicles. They're spiritual vehicles by way of writing, by way of mailing, by way of thinking, by way of communication. A lot of that can also be seen as a chariot. So be careful of the revolving doors and the chariots, okay? Be careful of the revolving doors, your traveling mechanisms, and the portals in which you open up into. Churches are portals because you can bring in practices, exile practices, network. A lot of things happen in the church. There are so many levels of things that happen in the church that don't happen in other buildings. See, so that aren't played out in other buildings. See, in a church, you have God, you have church and state. I don't care how much you try to separate it. It's church and state is always together, especially when the constituents work for the state. A lot of the people that are in the pews, they work for the state. They work for different branches of the government. They work for their teachers. They are the people who are in the neighborhood. The church embodies the whole world at points of time. And depending on, like I said, sometimes we have small scales of towns, and sometimes the small scale of a town is saw in a church. You can get all of the elements in a church if you have a big enough church, if you have a big enough congregation, and all of those parts are always moving. And that's why it's very important to be careful of the church that you enter in, because you have no idea what's being done behind the scenes. You don't know what's being done on those altars. You do not know what those altars are dedicated to. You do not know the owners and the donors. You do not know what all of the preaching is about. You do not know about the rituals. You do not know about other things that these churches are into, especially if they have members who are part of fraternities, sororities, and these societies. Okay, so you have to be very careful who you're congregating with. And I'm not saying that you should not go out and find a church home if that is the church for you. I'm just saying do your homework, do your research, and be spiritually aware. Use your discernment. Know when a prayer is a prayer, and know when a pray is a pray. The operative letter being E and A. Sometimes your prayer turns you into a pray. And sometimes your pray turns you into a prayer. Take what resonates. All right. So this is something I wrote a long time ago, and for some reason, something was trying to damage it. Okay. I was already ahead when we met. Don't let decades make you forget. I was 16 with S crystals in my barrettes. Bad as fuck opinionated daddy on my team. Mommy on that bougie tip. Godmother's a rock queen. Hey, Sandy. But we on our shit. On arrival in the 90s, rocking iceberg with the goofy. I was slumming for the summer. You reminded me of the neighborhood groupie. Shit, if I was you, I would be glad that you even knew me. Cause you wasn't nothing to know. Just something for a motherfucker to show. Like the expiration date in the market, straight trash, how should go? Notice though, you grew slicker, not wiser. Where is the lie, yo? With the truth, I run into you time after time. You on the same sour shit, trying to talk any potential out of an outfit. You think you slick, but the answer for you is not a coochie or a dick. A king or a ring wouldn't do a damn thing for a person who keeps leveraging on people's perceived weakness. Always measuring any and everything for yourself. I got that shit you need, a dictionary, but I'm on a bookshelf. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Written many years ago, never really said, okay? And this was an ode to 516. That is the ode to 516. I remember I had an iceberg sweater and I lost a diamond out of my ring on Franklin Town in Loretta. And I was drinking Long Island iced teas. That's where I decided at my young age that I didn't want to drink Long Island iced teas anymore. Like, I was the youngest hanging with a whole bunch of grown adults who had no clue in life. Like, honestly, imagine being 16. You're the youngest out of a whole crew of 20 and 30-year-olds, and you're still the smartest. Like, I'm actually helping one go through Job Corps. The other one, they have kids, and it's like those kids were bad. And she was like, you know what? I don't be wanting to watch people kids. One, I don't watch people kids because the few times that I have watched people's kids, they've done like really nasty stuff. Like their parents did not teach them any home training. And when I was really, really young, something happened while I was watching kids. So that's another reason why I don't like to watch people's kids. But that was like those kids were bad as shit. And then they grew up and decided that they was going to talk stuff to me after I watched them. I'm hanging with your mother at the age of 16 and you talking stuff to me, but your grown ass mother was hanging with a 16-year-old, drinking it with a 16-year-old. And I still had more sense. And then I used to go in there and sit with the mother, y'all grandmother, after hanging with your silly ass mother at the age of 16, and think she was ass backwards too. So I kind of knew you was jacked up from years. I mean, I just knew it. And I think the reason why I hung around a little bit was because I was trying to protect my cousin, I thought at the time, but she was throwing me under the bus because it turns out she was more comic like y'all than so we wasn't never alike. So I guess she took to y'all more because I mean, shit, our mother couldn't cook. So I guess that was me trying to protect you, and I ended up sucked into but it didn't end up sucked in. I just was around some backwards ass adults who let a child run circles around them. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know I was the youngest on the block hanging with all the old heads. And they still didn't teach me shit. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to work now. And then when I went to work, I know it's unfunny because you probably one of them I left out there. So like After I decided I really wanted to grow up and I went to work and everything, and they were still in the same place, I tried to put them to work and shit didn't go well. So I was like, okay, give me back my shit. I'm going back to work. And then I went back to work and then I came back out and they still in the same damn place. So I mean shit. I guess it ain't funny to them. It's hilarious to my ass. Cause I'm an S-son. My body moves like water. I took a salt bath. They be throwing dirt at your daughter. I dried up in the fire. And I got my crown in order. Purple in your bed. I know I should, you know you oughta. The fact that this is funny right now means that somebody's sour right now. It's okay. It's all right. Pat yourself. Pat yourself. I don't give a damn. Oh. A nickel for your thoughts. Please, sir. More. More. You said it was unfunny. A nickel for your thoughts. Please give me more, sir. I'm such an asshole. I'm an arse. Oh, this one was funny. You want something funny? Producer, what can you do as a basic bitch? I don't know. Let's make a list. Tuck your tongue and then get hit. I don't know. You're a basic bitch. What can you do as a basic bitch? You can wait for some lame dick. You can hang with a stale ass clique, smoke loud, and flick my beak. What can you do as a basic bitch? Pat your weave and spit hot shit. Tell your man you can't handle it. Just pretend you can do a split. Wee! What can you do as a basic bitch? Order food and boost some kicks. Tell your mom that you hit a lick. Shut a dude, let you have your pick. Wee! What can you do as a basic bitch? Not a damn thing. I be lit. Read a damn book. Pop my shit. Be a pretty girl. I'm legit. I like this one, especially when I do it to that I got a freestyle beat that I had picked out to, but I think it's like a Pakistani beat. It's really hard. It goes hard in the paint. And I was also doing I want to keep that one to myself, but I've been working on some things. But yeah, I'm gonna keep that one to myself. But yeah, that part. So I figured out a lot of it is a lot of this stuff, a lot of this unnatural hate is my daddy swag. The fact that I had someone that loved me, and even though they did depart this earth in the physical, their spiritual protection is still there. You know, I think my dad probably would flip in his grave if he knew how much he cared for you guys, and the same people who sat in his face and tried to call him dad and was like, oh, I love your daughter, and oh yeah, pops, and all that bullshit, and yeah, gramps, and all that shit y'all was faking phony. And it's okay because karma's coming to sweep you away. All y'all fakes, everybody who sat there and said, oh, I love me some sis. I love me some Mr. Mike. I love me some her. I love me that. Y'all is phony. And we knew it. We saw it. And the fact that y'all mad, because I was able to say, you know what? I'm going to go over here and let you deal with that by yourself, was pissing y'all off. And that did not make me want to come back. And then the fact that y'all, my dear. You know, my father was the older one. He was the oldest sibling. He was the first sibling. And the way all that, y'all let all that happen is no way that you can say you were on my side, especially when you sat there and watched it unfold. So don't pretend you were Switzerland. Y'all thought you was staying neutral and you was going to come play in my face afterwards. I didn't know. I didn't know. Keep that same energy, because when you come talking whatever you gonna talk, I won't know you. I ain't even gonna play around. I'ma just look at you. Yep, like that. I'm gonna look at you. Cause what the hell am I? What? What we got to talk about? All your secret animosity? What we got to talk about? How you sat there and you watched all this stuff unfold and you ain't saying not a goddamn thing because you ain't know whose side you wanted to be on, and you know you didn't want to be on my side, but you know you didn't want everybody to know how you was jealous and hating and all that kind of stuff because you was upset, and comparison is a thief of damn joy. Mm-hmm. I know. I know that when you looked at me, you was like, she thinks she all that because she got a dad. I ain't never met my dad. I ain't never seen my dad. Well, ask your damn mama. Take that shit up with your damn mama. Why you mad at me? Take that shit up with your granny. Why you mad at me? Take that shit up with your auntie. Why you mad at me? And some of your fathers walking right dead in front of you, and then and trying not to say the truth to you because the truth ain't in his ass, but you need to ask him the damn truth. Why is it that my mother is still okay and surviving, yet you over here with your funky full ass living with somebody else in their house and the shit is in their name? Your father is a male. That didn't make him a man. He's a male. Especially if he ain't standing on his own. Especially if he can't go and live on his own. If he living in his mama basement, he lacking. I don't care if he say he got to move in to take care of her. Has he ever lived apart from her? Has he ever had his own? Has he ever sustained himself for 2 or 3 years? No. He attempted and he cried boo-hoo, and the first sad woman who pulled up and said, no, black man shouldn't be living that hard. He sucked on that there titty. She liked it, and bam, there's a trauma bond. And you think your daddy the man? Your daddy is a pacified ninja who is full grown, who was looking for somebody to be their mama, and then he want to have sex with them too because he obviously couldn't get that from his mama. Some of y'all daddies is reverse mama's boys. They hate women but can't live without them. Can't stand women, can't live without them. Always in a woman conversation, always in a woman's attitude, always got a woman's temperament, but cannot stand a woman. Some of them look so macho too. Hate to see it coming. They be the ones trying to tell you, chill, go have sex early. Go have sex early because they have nothing else to offer. They don't have shit to offer. So all they can tell your child is go get a hoe. I'm gonna take you, go get you a prostitute early. Not even knowing that they trying to get you a STD. They trying to fuck your life up even worse than theirs is already. And they don't know. I don't know who broke your heart, but I'm just spreading facts. I am quite I'm quite okay over here. It was heartbreaking when I found out that I wasted my first marriage with a nigga with no dick. I was damn near lesbian. I didn't realize that. All I know is that I didn't want him to hit the bottom of it. But I didn't know that I was an inch away from just being a fucking lesbian. Goddamn. It was heartbreaking, to say the least. It was almost heartbreaking when I found out all the shit, the conversations that was happening between a few family members of mine. It almost was heartbreaking. But then when I remembered that didn't nobody really like them anyway, it was redeemable. Cause I had forgot along the way, I ain't even like their asses. I was just, I don't really care if your heart never been broke because I didn't ask you. Don't give a fuck. Fuck your heart. Anyway, so like I said, it was maybe a little heartbreaking when I found out who was running around sitting there at the table, like coming up with the shit. But then again, when you break it down, Yeah, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. I understand it. Don't mean it's okay. Don't mean I like the people. Don't mean I want them back. Don't mean it really. I don't really feel no kind of way to them. It's funny. I didn't think I would be this cold. I thought that I would still care a little bit. Especially when they asked me that drafting question the other day. It made me feel no other kind of way. A draft's got to happen. I mean, shit, if you make it back alive, fuck. Oh, you so sad. So, are you one of the creepy people who be stalking me, who obsessed because the man in which you're interacting with me means that you're way more invested than me, and I don't even know you. So the fact that you're sitting there trying to be important is wonderful. You one of them hurt ass dudes that be trying to live vicariously through the characters that you meet on the internet via YouTube, Instagram, that sort of thing. But you're really not important to me. Not in the very least. Hmm. So, the only chocolate nuts I like. No, you don't care. I don't visit your platforms because I don't know if you have a platform because I don't care. I don't search you out. Your stats mean nothing to me, honey. Bye. I told you, don't come for me. Because somebody's spinning you.